But we are going to continue now raising our glass at the height of our eyes, and we are going to oxygenate our tequila slightly. Just give it a little spin, just like that, and then you let it rest. After that, if you look at the glass, you're gonna see the height of the tequila, you know? We call that the crown. And from the crown, we're gonna see two different kinds of drops. More thinner drops, we call them tears, and more thicker drops, we call those legs. Now it is said that if in your glass you see more legs, it means that you are in love, that you found your person. But if you see more tears, it means that you're single. And so it was taken to a filtration process. So you know when you age tequila, it starts to become a little yellow, like more color. This of course doesn't have any color. This is because it was filtered with activated carbon to remove that color and some of the more bitter flavors. So this tequila, it's transparent, it doesn't have any color, but it did spend years in a barrel. And of course, it has a lot of the flavors and the essences from the wood. For the people coming, you guys need a glass of tequila. We have some over here and some seats available. So yeah, like I told you guys, we are going to use our 5 senses. Breath. These are what the tequila acquires from the primary material, which is the agave. So we can smell something more like of the field, you know, more herbal, kind of like plants and stuff, more natural, right? We're gonna continue with the next one, which is the secondary essences. For this, again, we tilt our glass 45 degrees and we approach the nose to the middle of the glass, just like this. Once again, we smell, we try to identify the flavors and share it with me, guys. What can we smell? What is it? Like rose? Like more floral? I see. What else, guys? Does it still smell like sadness? It changed, right? What else, guys, over here? Still regret?
Yeah.
Like flowers. Right. Interesting. So, the secondary essences are the ones that the tequila acquires during the first processes at the factory. So when the tequila is harvested, the agave harvested, taken to the factory, it goes through 2 very important processes. The baking, it's put into ovens and it bakes, and then it's fermented. So the secondary essences are the ones that are acquired during these processes. So it can smell a lot more sweet. When the tequila is baked, it becomes very, very sweet. Much like onion, when you caramelize it. So raw agave, it doesn't really taste like anything. However, when you bake it, it becomes very, very, very sweet. So those are the smells that we are looking for in this part of the glass. We're going to continue with the last of the smell sense, which is the tertiary essences. So our glass 45 degrees, and we approach the nose to the top of the glass. Smells like tequila? Like alcohol. Stronger. What can we smell? What is it? Pine? Okay.
Smells like
Sweeter, right? Sweeter. Keyword. Right. What else, guys? Over here? Like pineapple? Like so kind of sweeter? So guys, you guys are surprising me. Exactly those are the smells that we are looking for. The sweetness. Like I told you guys, this tequila is spent in a barrel from 1 to 3 years before it was filtered and then bottled. But in those 3 years, when the tequila is in touch with the wood, it picks up all of these more sweeter flavors. So the more time a tequila is aged in a barrel, the sweeter it's gonna smell. Right? So that's what we're looking for in this part of the glass. We are going to continue with our sense of, and this is interesting, this is a very special test, our sense of touch. So for that, this test is going to be useful for us to identify a tequila that is 100% agave that has no added sugars and one that is mixed or adulterated. So this test we can actually see if the tequila is of good quality. And for that, we are going to cover our glass just like this with our hand, and we are going to perform this maneuver. So now we have some tequila in our hand. So now we're going to make sure that the tequila is all over our hand, and we're going to see that the texture is kind of oily, right? That's what we're looking for. If this tequila had any sugars that are not from agave, instead of an oily texture, it will be sticky. So I'm not telling you guys to go around tequila touching everything. Maybe not. But yeah, if you acquire a bottle, then of course you can perform this test to see the purity of the tequila. Right? Now, let's continue, guys. We have two senses left. The sense of taste and the sense of hearing. We're going to continue with the sense of taste first. Now remember, this is for educational purposes, so this tequila has to last for 2 sips. I advise that the first one is like very, very small, so the next one is like we can actually put everything into practice. So for the first sip, go ahead and drink it as you know. I know you know how to drink. So yeah, and of course, I'll do it with you guys. I see some shrunk faces. That's perfectly normal. But guys, I'm gonna teach you the correct technique to drink the tequila. So now we did it as we know. We maybe are already very good at it, but I'm gonna teach you guys a technique to actually savor in all the flavors and essences of the tequila without really inhaling all the vapors of the alcohol, because the alcohol is what is really rough on the throat, right? So to avoid that, we have to first inhale through the nose. We fill our lungs with air, and when we have this air inside of us, we're gonna take the sip, we swallow, and then we exhale through the mouth. So inhale through the nose, drink, and then exhale. Now remember, we have some sense left, the sense of hearing, so don't finish it yet. If you finish the tequila before finishing the tasting, I'm afraid you cannot continue with the tour, please. I'm just kidding. So yeah, for the sense of hearing, this is also a very interesting thing that we can do with the tequila. So for that, guys, please, we're gonna raise our glass, and we are going to approach the glass to our ears very slightly. And we're gonna listen a very faint mariachi. I'm just kidding, guys. Maybe if you've drunk enough, maybe you hear it, but not yet. So, guys, for the test of the hearing sense, I want to ask you guys, what do we want to toast for today? Divorce! Guys, now, guys, before continuing with the toast, I want to share with you guys the reason that our founder, José Antonio de Cuervo y Vidal, used to toast for. He only toasted for one thing and one thing only, and that was la buena vida, or the good life. Because that way, you are covering love, wealth, divorce. You cover all of these important aspects of our life. So, if you have tequila in your glass, let's raise that glass. Salud. Chicos, por la buena vida. Now remember the technique. Inhale through the nose, drink, and then exhale through the mouth. I want to see only empty glasses, guys. So if you have an extra glass near you, finish it. That would be the end of our tasting of tequila. So